Hi everyone, this is Hannah. I'm going to read a flat Stanley and the Lost Treasure today. Flat Stanley and the Lost Treasure, created by Jeff Brown. Stanley Lambchop lived with his mother, his father, and his little brother Arthur. Stanley was 4 feet tall, about a foot wide, and half an inch thick. He had been flat ever since a bulletin board fell on him. Sometimes being flat was great, especially on trips. Stanley could fold himself up and get comfy anywhere. Stanley could roll himself up and catch a ride too. I wouldn't mind a ride, grumbled Arthur. But being flat on the beach was a pain in the neck, and the leg, and the arm. Ouch! Cried Stanley. That's the third time I've stepped it on today. Stanley brushed it off the sand. Let's do something else, he said to Arthur. Want to go snorkeling? Sure, said Arthur. Stay in the cove, Mrs. Lambchop called. Okay, the boys agreed, pulling on their masks. Stanley splashed into the sea. Last one in is a rotten egg. No fair, said Arthur. You don't have to put on fins, Stanley grinned. It's not my fault. I have them built then. Stanley spotted a school of bright blue fish. Arthur pointed out a stingray. Hey, it's flat like you, he tried to say, but it sounded like glub, 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 glub. A small silver dolphin zipped past Stanley. It whirled around and swam back, so close he could almost touch it. Swish! The dolphin raced ahead again. It looked back at the boys as if it wanted them to come along. Stanley looked at Arthur. Arthur nodded eagerly. The boys kicked hard and followed the dolphin to the end of the cove. Below them, the ocean floor dipped. There, nestled on the bottom, lay an old ship. The dolphin dived down. The boys took deep breaths and dived too. They couldn't believe what they saw. The ship's sails were torn, its nets were tangled, but in the middle of the wreck sat a chest of the gleaming gold. Stanley kicked back to the surface. Arthur's head popped up next to him. Did you see that? Arthur cried. Let's grab a bunch of gold. We will be rich. Hold on, said Stanley. That treasure must belong to somebody. Let's take one piece too, show everyone. Then we'll figure out what to do. Oh, okay, said Arthur. Just then, a wave slapped Stanley. Then another. It's getting choppy, he said. I think it's going to storm. Wait here, Arthur. I will hurry and get the gold. Stanley dived to the ship again. He picked up a gold bar. It was the size of the candy bar, but much heavier. He slid it into the pocket of his trunks. Stanley was about to head back up when he saw the dolphin. Its tail was caught. Stanley was about to head back up when he saw dolphin. Its tail was caught in an old fishing net on the ship. I've got to help, thought Stanley, before we both ran out of breath. Quickly, Stanley rolled himself up. He tried to slide through a hole in the net, but something got stuck. The gold bar! Stanley yanked it out of his pocket and tossed it away. Now Stanley fit easily into the net. He used his flat fingers to pry the rope off the dolphin's tail. The little dolphin was free. Second later, Stanley burst out of the water. He took a big gulp of fresh air. Beside him, the dolphin whistled softly. "You're welcome," said Stanley. "Stanley!" yelled Arthur. "Help!" The water wasn't just choppy now. The wind was whipping it. "Stanley!" yelled Arthur. "Help!" The water wasn't just choppy now. The wind was whipping it into wild waves. "Jump on Arthur!" Stanley called. He threw himself on his wave like a surfboard. "Woo-hoo!" cried Arthur. The boys rode the waves all the way to shore. Oops. By morning, the storm has passed. Stanley and Arthur took their parents to see the shipwreck. "It was here, really," said Stanley. Mr. and Mrs. Lamtrap peered into the water. The bottom of the cove was empty. No ship in sight. Not a trace. "Perhaps the storm carried it away," said Mrs. Lamtrap kindly. But Stanley could tell she was doubtful. "Too bad you didn't keep that gold," muttered Arthur. Then, with a half proof, Stanley heard a whistle. "Hello there, dolphin," he called. The little dolphin whistled again. Then it flipped its nose. Something shiny flew through the air. Stanley reached out and caught it. Stanley smiled. Did someone say something about gold? The end.
안녕하세요. 해나쌤입니다. 이 책의 주요 표현들을 알아볼게요. 페이지 5. 5쪽에 나와 있는 a foot wide. 스탠리의 지금 몸을 표현하고 있는 부분인데요. 이 부분은 스탠리 몸의 너비를 이야기하고 있습니다. 네, foot은요, 미국 단위계의 길이 단위를 이야기하는데 1피트 같은 경우에는 30cm 정도, 그리고 1피트는 12인치 정도로 표현할 수 있는데요. 우리나라의 단위 체계하고는 조금 다르지요. 헷갈릴 수 있는 부분이니까 한번 체크업하고 넘어가 주시면 좋을 것 같아요. 1 foot, 1 feet 둘 다 사용 가능하니까 알아두세요. 발음 부분을 이야기를 해볼게요. 그 위에 나와 있는 tall, tall 이라는 발음인데요. tall 같은 경우에는 우리나라 사람들이 거의 대부분 tall 이런 식으로 발음을 하는 경우가 많은데요. 이 발음은 정확하게 이야기를 드리자면 이렇게 구성이 됩니다. 그러면은 트 아니고요. 네, 뒷소리는요. 올 발음이 아니고요. 완전히 다른 소리가 나지요. 지금 정확하게 발음을 내셨다면 아마 혓바닥이 앞니 뒤쪽 천장에 혓불이 있는 부분에 다 닿았을 거예요. 자, tall 되셨나요? 자, 그리고요. 페이지 10. 지금 해변에서 일어나는 일이라서 해변에 관련된 단어가 굉장히 많이 나오는데 정리를 한번 해보도록 할게요. 페이지 10에 나오는 cove, 작은 만이란 뜻이에요. 이런 작은 만의 의미를 가진 또 다른 단어가 있습니다. bay, down by the bay 노래 아시나요? 네, bay라는 뜻도 있고요. 네, 또 그 다음에는 shore, 해안가, 호숫가라는 뜻을 가진 단어가 나오는데 이 단어랑 비슷한 단어들이 또 있어요. coast, seaside 이렇게 같이 연관된 단어들을 함께 외워두시면 머릿속에 더 잘 기억이 남지 않을까라는 생각입니다. 그리고 페이지 11 이제 마지막이에요. 자, 지금 어떤 굉장히 중요한 문장이 하나 슉 하고 나왔는데요. Last one in is a rotten egg. 이거 직역하면 말이 되게 무서운 말이 될 거예요. 그죠? 제일 늦게 오는 사람이 느림보 뭐 이런 식으로 장난 섞인 구어체 표현이었습니다. 이번 에피소드의 주요 표현들은 여기까지였습니다. 감사합니다.